Return to Your Post by Sister Colleen Moore. This testimony has been on my heart to share with you all. Not many have heard it, but I feel the Lord prompting me to share, and I pray you receive a blessing in it. Our oldest son is going to be 22 years old in July, so he was about 8 or 9 years old when my husband wanted to try out the local Christian church near our house. Now, I knew in my heart that I would never walk away from the gospel. But being that my husband wasn't raised in our church, but was raised in a good Christian home, I wanted to support him. I couldn't expect him to drive an hour to our church while not supporting him in how he felt as well. I was just trying to be the best wife I could while keeping peace in our marriage and home. I knew the Lord would take care of things, and I trusted him in that. You see, as my husband served in the military for 15 years, we never lived close to a branch, except towards the end of his military career. We did attend other Christian churches because the void of not being around people who loved God ran deep. I always believed the Lord knew my heart, and my intentions were always that I wanted to be surrounded by other Christians. During all of this time, the Lord continued to give me peace in knowing that He knew my heart. He knew I wasn't leaving. This was just temporary. I knew the true gospel and could never walk away. So, we started going to this local church where my husband got involved in the worship team. We would go every other Sunday to our church and every other to the local one. We did this for a little while, and our children were getting older. I kept praying and felt I was at a point that I didn't know how to remove this from our life while preserving the peace and not offending my husband. He's a wonderful Christian man who loves the Lord and didn't quite understand the depth of the pull to our church. Fast forward to a region conference that we had near our house. I was so excited that it wasn't far from us. My husband was working that day, so I took the kids, and we went to this event. We walked into the auditorium that Sunday, and I saw everyone and heard the music playing. I just felt the Spirit so strongly, it choked me up. Church started, and we had just ended a song and started singing a new one. We were sitting up near the front. Our eldest son, Brother Lane Moore, stood up while we were singing, but everyone was sitting. I gently tugged at the back of his shirt and told him to sit down, and that we didn't have to stand for this one. When he turned to look at me, I knew immediately that he was feeling God's Spirit for the first time. His eyes told me everything without him saying anything. But he said, "I feel like I need to stand." I broke down sobbing because I knew he was feeling God's Spirit. I could hear sniffles all around me as we sang, and Lane stood. The Lord's Spirit was so strongly upon my heart that I couldn't stop crying. I stood for testimony and shared how Lane had felt the Lord's Spirit for the first time. As soon as church ended, I made contact with another brother who was trying to make his way to me, and I could see a look of urgency on his face. Now, this brother had no idea that we were going back and forth between churches. He had no idea that I was looking to God for a way to get back. He had no clue. He rushed over to me, hugged me, and passed a note that I will forever keep. It said, "When I saw Sister Colleen Sunday, the words were given to me, 'My daughter, return to your post, saith the Lord.' During her testimony, I heard the words, 'Return to your post, and I will bless your children, saith the Lord. If you return not, I will remove my blessing.'" Talk about asking God for a sign, and Him not only doing so, but He tells you what to do, what will happen if you obey, and what will happen if you don't. Bring on the waterworks. I was an absolute mess. I couldn't stop crying, and I was so thankful the Lord gave me the push I needed and the comfort in knowing everything would be okay. I was prayed on and felt blown away by this incredible message. I shared it all with my husband and poured my heart out. I told him I couldn't go to that other church anymore. I told him I could never live with myself if I made a choice that would remove God's blessing upon our children. He told me he didn't want that to happen either and was on board with me in this decision. We never attended that other church again. I thank God for this experience because it has made us all stronger in our faith and was a testament to the Lord's goodness and love. I never once felt like the Lord was yelling at me or scolding me. He knew my heart and intentions. He called me his daughter. He told me what to do, how to do it, and what would happen if I didn't. He showed me the loving Father that he is. I will be forever grateful. I shared this experience last year in our seminar, and after I did, a brother came over to me with another experience. He said, "This is what the Lord said to me when you first started speaking. Because my little lamb was obedient to me, I have increased my blessings on her family. If my little lamb continues to be obedient, I will continue to increase my blessings on her family." I cried. The Lord referred to me as his little lamb. And for the first time, I realized we were like the one he searched for out of the 99. Sometimes we may not feel lost, but the Lord sees the future, and he rescued us before that may have happened. So why am I sharing this today? Because these experiences can be applied to each and every one of us. He wants us to be obedient, and when we are, he blesses us and our families. And if we don't listen, he will remove those blessings. It's not to scare us. It's to show his love, his strength, his goodness. A loving Father. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. John chapter 10, verse 27.